Happy Pride Month from First Presbyterian Church. We are a queer-affirming church in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and we love sharing stories with all the different kinds of people in our congregation. Today, we're sitting with Aaron and Trysten, who share a little bit about their faith journeys and how they came to find First Presbyterian Church. Aaron grew up as an only child in E-Town, and now at 36, has 4 sisters. He expresses himself through his hair and his nails, saying that doing hair and serving Jesus is his passion. Being proud to be a part of the LGBT community is still new to him, but he's thankful to be a part of history. Trysten was born in Evansville, Indiana, and raised in Anderson, South Carolina, and moved to Kentucky 2.5 years ago to be closer to family. He knew early in his life that he had a passion for helping others and graduated as a social worker in 2019. Now, at the age of 26, he works for the state as a CPS social worker and is self-described as a goofball who loves to laugh and spend time with those closest to him.
So for me, I grew up in church. I was baptized at 8, and then again, I want to say like my mid-20s, and that would have been when I was at my last church. I was there for 17 years, so everything from being on the worship team to assistant youth pastor, all those things. So my faith is very important to me. It's what helps ground me and what I can rely on the most, because his faith has always been the main thing for me. So,
and I'm the polar opposite of that. I have a lot of church hurt, church trauma. I was outed by a family member at my home church. I was sitting 3rd or 4th row from the front, had a family member walk up onto the stage the week that I came out. I was outed to everybody that I grew up around in church. And so that caused me to steer very far away from church in general, but also who I've come to love and know as myself.
And where he was outed by the church, I feel like the church knew, they just didn't say anything about it. I also didn't, say anything. But it was I had a past experience happen to where I was outed on Facebook, and so the church did not grab me due to the situation. It was more of a, because of what has happened, you're still welcome, but, and the but was the loudest part of anything. So therefore, I don't want to go further because then it would go into like the next question. So, so even though there has been church hurt for me, it grew my relationship to where it's me and the Father versus me and the church, then the Father.
My second mom, Leanne, was the one that found the church on Facebook, and we all decided, let's just go check it out. What's the worst that could happen? And here I sit.
So I started the journey of, okay, I need to find a church. I need to figure out what I want to do. I was talking with this gentleman who actually is out of California, and he's a life coach for gays that have experienced church hurt. And I want to say it was church.org. It was like typing your zip code to find an accepting church or whatnot. And so I did that. So I already knew the church existed. I just was scared. And then I met Trysten, who then invited me to church.
It's created a sense of belonging and community that I've never felt before. Mm-hmm. Walking into church prior to here, I walked in the door with a pit in the bottom of my stomach and scared of, am I going to be welcomed? And am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be safe? And from the minute that I walked in the door that first time, I've felt safe and welcome and like I belong, and that I can openly grow in my faith and work towards being a better Christian.
Mm-hmm. For so long, my queerness was a secret. It wasn't unknown where I was publicly admitting to. So to be in a space where I can now serve and be gay is it's different, but it is fulfilling at the same time, because it's like a dream come true, honestly, because I've always pictured my life with a spouse, with children, all the things, but growing up and believing what I've always believed, there was no area where the two could combine. So in my mind, this was a thing that would never have happened. So now that we're here, it's present.
The church, like Chelsea said today, the church as the body of Christ needs you to be you, to be at its fullest.
Follow your relationship with Jesus first and let him take care of the rest.